Long time, been doing this thing for a long time and doing it on a big scale.
Yes.
He goes by the name of Jay Martin.
What's up, Marksman, man? The Project X show. It's my first time here on a Friday morning, but you know how the vibes go. 105.5. The guys always stand up in that the building. That's big up everybody. Big up.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Soul
Definitely.
and Tease told me before I say a word, I gotta big up both of you guys because you bring it each and every Friday morning.
Thank you very, very much. You were here earlier this week, actually. We were on the DSC show.
Yeah, I was here twice in 1 week. I've had to pay taxes and parking fees as I get into the building. The joke is when I left on Tuesday, though, it was that ice day, man, and I fell down. After we told everybody to watch their step, I fell down, and I'm too old to be falling down. I can't get up.
So, you got a big show going on this week. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit.
Talk about it a bit.
We were on the Redemption Reggae Festival last year, where we were just talking about just things and how things started for you. And you told me something that I didn't even know all these years. How did you really get into this comedy thing?
Well, first and foremost, the comedy thing was brought to me from an aspect of my brother, who people don't know is Mr. Metro, the guy we got a Juno Award in 1993 for Best Hip Hop and R&B album. Gave me that stage presence. And my first comedy show ever, I was out there and Russell Peters was hosting, and he was like, when did you start? And I was like, today. And he was like, you've got to be kidding me. And took me on tour with him different dates for about 2 years. So I got to learn from the master for 2 years and get to, really honing on my craft. That's why I kind of rose quickly.
What year was that?
Oh,
Around.
Around, we're dealing with 217 now, so it's about 206.
Okay.
206, I'm about 11, 12 years in.
Okay, nice. You have a natural knack for it. I'll be honest with you.
Trust.
And I'm not just saying that because you're in front of me. And you could box me in my mouth if I say something different.
I
But
would.
no, honestly, you're naturally funny. Your delivery and everything is really good, and you come up with some incredible jokes. Like even your commercials here at VIBE105 crack me up. My family can vouch for this. The entire Christmas season, every time we got together, because my whole family listens to my show, obviously. The entire time we're walking around the house going, Curry
Yeah.
Hot Steel.
I tried to rhyme it with bar rail. Anything we can do, we make it fun. And I thank you for that authenticity because, there's a lot of stuff going around in the comedic world right now about material and it being borrowed and who takes whatever. It's an idea, man. And if you bring your art form and your life onto the stage, there's no one who can take that away. You know what I mean? Plain and simple. So all of that stuff can be bygones, let not bygones go. If you're a writer, you're a comedian, get on stage and deliver you. And there's no way anyone can steal that.
So I don't know a lot about the actual comedy business. I've been a stand-up comedy since I was a child. My wife sometimes gets frustrated with me because that's all I want to watch.
Serious.
We go on vacation a lot, we go on a lot of cruises.
Right.
And cruise ships have that comedy
Definitely.
thing at the bottom of the ship.
Yes.
Every night, no matter what, I have to hit that comedy.
Hit that comedy.
I'll tell you how this started.
Go ahead.
I can tell you the story now because my dad's on vacation. He listens every week, but he's not listening right now.
Okay.
I was like 8 or 9 years old, and there was this VHS tape. In the big wooden center where the TV is.
Yes.
And it said Eddie Murphy Raw. And for a couple of years, I'm like, what's this, Dad? And he's like, you can't watch that. Don't put that in. And it's like, okay, one day I snuck, put the tape in.
Crazy.
From that day, Eddie Murphy Raw, I was in love with stand-up comedy.
Listen, that's the stuff that molded us. Plain and simple. Eddie Murphy's Raw, I watched it a million times. I can tell you every scene, every word. The Kings of Comedy, every scene, every word.
Big.
I mean, those are things I've studied all the time. And we're hoping to be on that stage and be able to do that. And I mean, that's where it comes from. Comedy is therapeutic. We're doctors. No matter how you want to cut it, we're laugh doctors. With so much stress that goes on in this world, if you aren't doing or seeing or having comedy, it doesn't work. And those are the big box office ones. That's why Kevin Hart is so big right now.
Huge.
Because the world is so depressing right now.
It's true. It's true.
It's horrible. So what are we going to do to cheer ourselves up from the cabin fever and all the bad things that happen, which are inevitable? We go and laugh. We have to. So
And laugh at what's happening now in a lot of cases as well.
Trust me. I mean, all my new material, like if you don't have new material, you're nuts. Because especially what's going on in the States.
Oh, that's good. That's like a comedian's dream right there.
It's a dream. I will do a joke and I don't care. I'll do it today. But I mean, there's people talking about who gets invited to the inauguration. People are not going to the inauguration. I'm like, I'm the only Canadian invited to the inauguration, but Inaga sounds like Minaga, and I'm Minaga. So everyone laughs at it, but it's a good opening because I'm seeing people getting turned back. I heard Bruce Springsteen's cover band.
Cover band, I heard about this.
Cover band rejected it. Like, I mean, because he wants to play Born in the USA, and that's a disrespect to the general. You know what I mean? Disrespect to the general.
How does a cover band turn you down?
Listen. That is unbelievable. That's like a karaoke crew being like, we're not going. Dude, it's karaoke. You're a cover band.
Is it hard being in the comedy industry?
Right now it's hard because there's a lot of kids coming out. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't, like, it's easier now. Before you had to get on a bus, go to a comedy club, beg a guy to get 5 minutes, work your way up as an amateur. Now you can do Instagram, you can do all these things and get like 5,000 feeds. And then they believe that because they're in front of their phone, they can do stand-up.
Yeah.
Comedy is comedy. So straight up, I'm not disrespecting those guys. They're comedians online. But when you transfer it for stand-up comedy, because that's where they got their art form from, it's a whole different ballgame.
It is.
So I tell everybody the best Instagram or best skit person in the world in history is Dave Chappelle. And if that guy goes on the stage for an hour, you're dead. Yeah. So live up to that standard to be able to be multi-talented and be able to do both.
Okay. Right? They used to, I know there's still around like Yuck Yucks and stuff like that. Yeah. Is that still the entrance level for upcoming?
There are other clubs, but but now I'm very proud. The city has and runs on a daily and weekly basis about 5 comedy clubs. So you can go to like Comedy Bar, Spirits, Absolute, and Yuck Yucks. There's about 5 or 6 of them, and everyone just hears Yuck Yucks, so they just feel that they were the first ones. I, for one, have never signed with any of them because, fortunately enough, I do my own shows and I pay myself. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Which I encourage a lot of other comedians to do. A lot of them like, Jay, where do you get that fan base? Well, I deliver something to the fan base. Like you just said, Yuck Yucks, people also say Jay Martin when they want to laugh. Yeah. And I love that aspect because what are we going to do? Until these other guys start, putting up some money into themselves, investing in themselves, going to do a show. It doesn't have to be like Queen Elizabeth, but get a 500-seater, a 300-seater. Set goals. You know what I mean? It's the same thing when you guys are DJing. 100%. You do a basement party, you move to another one, you move to a bigger one. There'll be better comedians, there might be better DJs, but they don't do it like how we do it.
100%.
You understand what I mean? And I think our fans appreciate the passion that we put into it and the hard work and effort. And then we don't look in the rearview mirror, right?
Go
Because
do it for yourself.
I must say it straight up, me and Marxman have part ownership. 50-50 in the view, because when we get in there, we sell out the place. Like, who has the date, Marxman? I just turned my head down and go, yeah, he's got the date. Like, it doesn't wrap. And hats off to you. I've driven by your events, and I try to get into the back door, and it's just mad.
Oh, that was you. That was you that security kept telling me about.
That's me.
So there's some Jamaican guy telling jokes at the back door trying to get in for free.
Big shout out to David Soley at the View for helping me and Marxman pay mortgage, man. We appreciate you eternally.
Yo, big up to everybody down at the View, everybody in my Peter and Paul's. So you have a show coming up tomorrow?
Yes, I got a big show coming up tomorrow. Wow, you said tomorrow and it made me just jump a bit because, man, you got to get my stuff together. But yes, tomorrow's all happening at the Queen Elizabeth Theater. There's still tickets available. I make it affordable so that everyone can get out. I'm not only the $5 party, man. I just want more fans. And if it costs a little less so that more people can enjoy it, then it's more people to spread the rumor for.
100%.
So the tickets are $20 and $30, 20 in the balcony, 30 on the floor. I think the balcony's all sold out. So people on a fixed budget after Christmas, I hear you, I feel you. So now you got to get on the floor for $30. You can get the tickets at ticketgateway.com. I'll be on the show with my good friend, Mr. Chris Robinson, a good kid. Like, I know you guys don't know them until I bring them to you guys, but Chris Robinson just won $25,000 from Sirius Radio for the best comedian of the year 2016. I got Ify Chiweletu. She's an African girl that grew up in like Nova Scotia, and then she brings that element here. I've also got my man, Mr. A.G. White, from New York City. He does a lot of comedy festivals. He's coming in. And this next guy is really cool. His name is K. Trevor Wilson. You've seen the commercials about Crave TV, about the show letter Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny. He's the big guy on there, and he just did Jimmy Kimmel. And in the Roast Wars, where they do these roasting award battles, he's been killing it. Like, he's been representing Canada to the fullest. Ask Russell Peters, will tell you that this is the next guy. So I want to give my people, and my people consist of Caribbean people, as well as everybody's allowed to come to the show. But I want to give them an opportunity to see diversity in comedy, and that's where it's going. And this is be a part of it.
This is the Queen Elizabeth Theater. This is no small place. So $20 and $30 to be inside Queen Elizabeth Theater is a big deal. So thank you for that. Definitely making it affordable. And big up yourself because in addition to the established comedians, you're also bringing up some of the up and comers. Which
you got to do the both.
We have to do.
You know what I mean? I gotta do one more shout out. Please, to all the people, keep going to jmartinent.com for the events we're coming with. 2017 is going to be better than what's ever been. I have 5 things planned, and I'm telling you, I think they're all amazing. Look out for another spot on February 10th where we're going to be doing John B. Bring back that old cool white guy who started it before all the Justin Timberlakes and everyone were accepted. He was doing the They Don't Know thing. So come check that out on February 10th. But for now, people, I'll see you tomorrow.
That's going to be inside the View, the John B. concert.
It's going to be inside the View, and tickets are selling like mad already. We do a dinner option for $50, a show for $30 with dance and after party by, of course, Jester and Key Cut Boys in the Back. So people, I'm delivering your entertainment because cabin fever has got to stop. We can't just stay inside for the whole winter. It's going to be therapeutic for you to get out.
It's like spring outside right now.
It is. +7 tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm like, whoa.
It's not normal in January, but I'll take it. So big up yourself, Jay Martin. Thank you very, very much. I cannot make it tomorrow, so everybody else, make sure you make it down there. I got a private party to DJ, as I told you.
Tell me that,
and
but
I'm definitely
going to give you some tickets to give away some friends and family.
Okay,
because I do appreciate you having me on the show.
No problem, sir. So thank you very, very much for coming through. We're definitely going to have you back. And yeah, big up yourself. Thank you on behalf of Vibe. You were a big supporter of Vibe 105. Always have your ads on air on every show. Thank you very much for believing in us.
Big up Omari for taking my credit card. Appreciate it.
Big up Omari. Got to hit the commercial break. Come back on the other side is Rockers Island. Don't touch that dial.
Big shine.